Hello everyone and welcome to the semi-finals in the Clash of the Clans tournament. So I didn't take a screenshot of the last state of the challenge tournament because I didn't take it before it was updated. So the finals is already shown, so I don't want to spoil the outcome of the match. So just to recap, no unit has beaten PLF, LVA1 has beaten the What the Fuck team. So we've got a no unit LVA1 semi-final. In the loser bracket, TSP has won all its matches up to this one. So it'll be a TSP versus loser of this match, and the winner of this one will encounter the winner of this match in the final. So we already know we've got No Unit, LVA1, and TSP, who are the three teams that will be able to play in the finals. It all depends on these two matches. The team that loses the two matches over here won't be able to go in the final. So here we go for the semi-final of the Clash of the Clans LVA1. So as I said, here we go for this semi-final of the Clash of the Clans. So we've got on the NATO side, we've got the No Unit clan represented by General Binks, Werner Weinhold, and General Tchaikovsky. And on the PACT side, LVA1 represented by Delta, Crew 2, and myself. So, in terms of deployment, we've got some support units on the NATO side. We've got 1, 2, and 3 MLRS units, and a lot of autocannon vehicles defending the commander. 3 FOBs to resupply these MLRS units. On the PACT side, we haven't got a single support unit. We've got commander on Foxtrot, commander on Alpha, defended by Selkares units, but no support units. Lima on the other side is abandoned by the NATO commanders. They will probably try to control Kilo Echo Hotel quite fast. So we've got it's a 3v3. So on this side we've got one player, General Biggs, going totally on Hotel. One player, Tchaikovsky, separated in two, going probably for Kilo and Delta, so separating his forces. And one player, Werner Weinhold, going entirely on Bravo, trying to contest the PACT players on Bravo. So just to remind you, Hotel is normally will be normally a NATO sector. It's closer to the NATO deployment areas, but Bravo on the other hand will be a PACT sector. If one of the teams manages to take the opposing sector, it will be a big plus in the game. So we've got one player going on the left, one player on the right, and one player in the middle. On the PACT side, it's a bit different. We've got one player, Delta, going on Hotel, so trying to capture Hotel from the NATO players. One player, so myself, going on Bravo, and one player, Crew 2, isn't separated in two places. He is concentrated on Charlie and closer to Bravo to help if I don't manage to hold the sector. So in terms of units, we've got the usual, if I may say, on the NATO side, we've got a lot of Gazelle Cannon and Black Hawks to control the different cities. Black Hawks here, Black Hawk over here, Black Hawk over here, supported by Gazelle Cannon and Cobra. We've got, in terms of ground units, we've got a lot of infantry in transports. We've got Chaparral, we've got a lot of autocannon units, the VZLs 1 MK Mark 20, a few autocannon ATGM troops, with the Jeep VZL, with the Jeep M15 182 ITO, and a few tanks with the Rise pattern. Roland 2 also as anti-air units. So the usual autocannon with the VZLs or the Hardens. We've got VZL here. A lot of infantry. We've got VZLs over here. Patton, infantry in Fuchs. Over here, Fuchs, Vabs, VZLs, Bradley, Jeep Tow, Patton Rise, Chaparral, Harden over here. A bit of some mortars over here. So yeah, it's basically VZLs, Hardens, a few Patterns, and infantry. On the PACT side, we've got on the left side a huge infantry force supported by Zalos SU-122, which is quite rare to see them, but it's a very nice anti-infantry vehicle with its HMG and especially its HE5 main gun, which is huge. We've got 8 of them. We've got OSA, aka AIM, as anti-air, and we've got 4 T-80s, which is, well, quite a big tank force over here, and a few infantry units going directly in Kilo. On Charlie, we've got a lot of infantry troops also, rifle, anti-air, a lot of BMP-2s for their autocannons, BMP-1Ds, Selkares for anti-air. We've got also Su-192s over here, Scott 1, recon unit, T-80, BMP-2, Buck, T-55s over here, T-62 M1, and T-80s also over here. So the PACT players have a lot more heavy tanks than the NATO players. The NATO players, the heaviest tank that I've seen are the Rice Patterns, and the biggest tanks on the PACT side are the T-80s, which are very big tanks, so supported by Zalos, Stroke 2s, PZRK Igla, and the commander, of course, over here. So here we go, we've got the first encounter on the left side. We've got Black Hawks coming in to capture the city over here, Black Hawks coming in to capture the city over here. I'm most likely getting hit by the Cobras over here, and over here the ME-24s, the PNDs, killing the Black Hawks, and probably going to be able to stop the Delta forces. But Gazelle Cannon coming in on their flank over here. So on the right side, the big encounter also. The NATO players managed to take control of the city before the PACT players arrive, but a lot of PACT infantry are coming in. It's going to be pretty hard for the NATO players to hold this city. Back, one big MLR shot on the PACT army. It deals quite a lot of damage. One BTR falling over here. Infantry troops and Zalos are stunned. It's going to be pretty hard. Nice MLRS shot over here. Back on the left flank, we've got the ME-24s that have killed the Gazelles, killed the Black Hawks. Unfortunately, 10 Delta forces have taken position, but 40 Motoselki are in the city, being able to control over here. Just like on the other side, the NATO forces managed to take control of the city. Over here, the PACT forces managed to push in. So over here, we've got Vizels and Patterns coming in on the right side, trying to go around the city and take down all the vehicles. Unfortunately, we've got the Zalos and 4080s killing all these tanks and autocannon vehicles. It's going to be a real slaughter. Wow, no, it's okay. The T80s are still here, the Vizels are coming up, but we'll have very hard time killing the T80s, even, especially with the Su-132 over here. All the autocannon vehicles are killed. All the tanks are killed. PACT players are taking control of the city over here. Huge NATO offensive, not really huge, but a big NATO offensive in Charlie. The PACT commander has pulled back. Same thing in Kilo, PACT assault in Kilo, but the commander of the NATO forces is still in the sector. Over here we've got the NATO forces that have controlled the city. They have Delta forces in the area and are able to detect the commander. I badly positioned my commander over here, I must admit it. And helicopters coming in, a bit too close. So the NATO offensive here has been stopped, but they still have managed to control the city. So it's quite a good thing for the NATO players over here. The PACT players here have controlled the city, but unlike the NATO forces here, they still have a big army. Su-122s, Zalos over here, T-80s over here, BTRs coming in over here, most likely trying to come to capture the sector. And the big thing is the commander here is pulling back, so Hotel is captured by the PACT players. Over here, MLRS shooting on the commander. The commander detects the shot, but moves, too late and gets killed by the MLRS shot. Very bad move here. Well, very nice move from the NATO forces and very bad reaction from my part. So we lost Bravo, which is quite bad, but unlike the other side, NATO players don't control Bravo, so I'm just sending the commander of Alpha on Bravo to retake the control of my reinforcement area. So for now, it's in terms of income, it's NATO advantage 7 and to 9, 10 points every 4 seconds against 6. So it's a real NATO advantage. In terms of points accumulated, it's more or less the same. So it's a NATO advantage, but in terms of map control, PACT players have the right side of the map, and they have an army left. They have two T-80s over here. 2 of them have been killed. We still have Zalos, anti-air infantry. And on the left side, even if the PACT players have lost their sector, they still have a huge army. Well, not really huge, but they still have an army to defend and control the area. So they still are in a good position on their flank, even if they lost their commander. So for now, it's quite balanced. The PACT players have the control, more or less, of both reinforcement areas, while the NATO players have the income advantage. So it's 10 to 6, 7. So it's a small advantage, but still quite good. Once the commander will arrive here, it will be 10 to 9. So not that much. Over here, empty transports coming in. The commander has pulled back, so yeah, recapturing India right now. Delta forces will be, most likely coming in, but will be killed. 2 Jeep tows are coming in, trying to kill the Zalo. But the Zalo manages to kill one of the Jeeps before the other one kills him in one shot, of course. One nice ATGM here. Back on the right side, well, the Fernsprachers have been able to move into the city, probably be able to detect the commander if they move close enough. But well, 2 TAs are here, will be able to kill them quite quickly. But we still... The MLRS are ready to shoot. And are shooting on the right side, so they're going to shoot over here. So commander is going to arrive on Bravo. Delta Force is still present over here, and that's going to be a real problem in the game. Of course, they can see a lot of things. Let's just see. Yeah, they can see all the anti-air. They can see the commander arriving over here. So, of course, it's a bad thing for the PACT players, or for myself. MLRS shooting over here, but the commander is moving and will get out of the firing range of the impact area. So Delta Force here moving in the city, in the building, and detect the commander. But at that point, what I want to say is that I saw the Delta Forces move in the city, so I knew he had the possibility of detecting my commander, so I moved it away. Didn't move it in a good position, but I still moved it away. Over here, the attack in Kilo is going pretty well. The Motorcycle and the Motorcycle have cleaned most of the forest, and they are coming in against the Rice Patterns and Ardens. The commander has to pull back. 2 Zalos are behind, but they are routing, which is a pity. And over here, 1 BMP, 1D is here. He shot the CPC once, 4 hit points left. Other shot just missed. Will he be able to take out the commander? Another miss. And unfortunately, he's out of range. Patterns are here to defend the commander. Yeah, well, once more they can detect the commander, and the commander isn't even capturing the sector. But this time I moved in my flamethrower tank and tried to burn every Delta Force I could. And moved in my commander right after that. So, in terms of map control, we've got the PACT players that have a small advantage. They've got Bravo, they've got Charlie. They are going to have Hotel once this commander stops moving. So they have destroyed the entire NATO's right flank. They have nearly nothing left. They have taken control of Hotel. They have pushed back the NATO players in Kilo. And on the left side, even with 1 commander lost, the Bravo sector has been recaptured by the PACT players. The Delta forces have moved back in to detect the commander, but the flamethrower tank is killing the last Delta forces that are able to detect the commander. And here we go. Last Delta force is burned to death. Oh no, he's pulling back. Lucky guy. And 3 infantry troops are coming in to try to empty the city. 3-4 VPZ units coming in and will just wipe out the Delta forces over here and take position in the city. The Delta forces were able to detect the commander a split second, so the MLRS have shot in the area, but this time I detected the shot early enough, just lost 2 HPs and got out of the impact area just before the missiles hit, and am able to save the commander and control Bravo. So for now, it's quite a good position for our team. Bravo, Charlie, and Hotel are captured. Kilo has been pushed back. We've got 3, 6, and 7, no, 3, 5, 6 points for the NATO players against 4, 6, 7, 9 points for the PACT team. So the PACT team is ahead in terms of income. It's quite balanced in terms of points accumulated, even if the NATO players are in front. If they don't spend points quickly to try to come back in the game, it's going to be pretty hard for them. One of the commanders has pulled back. I forgot to mention, one of the Zeros here arrived from behind and killed the commander over here. If I can manage to find him, where is he? He is just here. Here we go with CPC. Killed by a Zero that came from behind. A sneaky move here from Delta. But well, if it's not defended, it's NATO's fault. One little MLRS shot over here. The Delta forces have managed to pass by the PACT players, and they are able to detect the motorcycle kit that haven't entered the buildings over here. So the MLRS will just slaughter them quite easily. And here we go, all stunned, all killed. We've got 1 BTR left and 2 motorcycle units left. But the Delta forces have been detected by the PACT players, and will send, here we go, recon and a vehicle to kill them right away. Over here, Bravo is still controlled by the PACT players. The flamethrower tank and the T-80 is sniping every single unit they can. They are able to detect them with, thanks to the VPZU over here. UAZ coming in, and the BMP-2 will kill the Delta forces over there. So for now, everything is okay for the PACT players on Bravo. Delta and India are still held by the NATO players, but their defense is quite weak. They've got a few ATGM, a few anti-air, but that's pretty much it. Over here, a small vehicle offensive with Jaegers, but the PACT players detected. The BTRs and the Su-122 are coming in to defend the commander. It's a small attack, but that's no real impact. 350 points for the NATO players. They should counter-attack right now, but we've got the NATO PACT players that have advanced. They have T-80s over here, T-80 over here, Su-122, BMPs. They are moving forward on this right flank. Meanwhile, on the left flank they are holding and will probably prepare an attack on India or Delta. We'll see that soon enough. The BRDM here took some hits, 4 HP left. Lucky BRDM, and nice move from Delta, who managed to avoid the shots just in time. Speed things up a little. The right flank of the NATO players has been lost. The PACT players are moving a little bit. They are sending motorcycle units over here, try to harass the Delta sector. Motorcycle keep engaging against Harden's. Harden's pulling back, of course. Scott 1's coming in over here. And for now, well, India and Delta not really under the menace of the PACT players. Apart from a little attack over here, there's nothing to say. T-80's coming in. They kill 2 jeeps in 2 shots, very nice. But they get attacked from their flank by Vice Patterns. And there's an ATGM Milan F2 over here. That will pose a lot of problems. So they pull back into their little below the trees over here to hide and hopefully survive against the ATGMs over here. On this side, we've got reinforcements coming in. We've got more anti-air units over here. We've got 1 Gessel cannons that went behind, but the Mi-24s have detected them and just killed them quite easily. Over here, anti-air units have been sent. Recon has been sent. BMP-1s, BMP-2s, and probably tanks, I think, will be sent just after that. NATO players are sending in ATGM units to defend against the tanks over here. Milan F2 moving in, and this is gonna hurt. 1 T-80 killed. The other one is pulling back. Yeah, BMP-1 sent, BMP-685 sent over here. The PACT offensive is starting to build. ATGMs here killing the ATGM menace over here. The little infantry troops getting killed by the paratroopers, but the Su-122 is a very good unit against infantry, especially against infantry units that missed their rockets. RPGs. And here we go. BMP's moving forward. We've got Bihota Smash, not really good infantry units. It's 5 units per squad, 601. It's really bad units, but I have them in my deck just for the BMP ones. So I send them over here to distract the enemy, focus their fire over here while the BMPs are moving up over here to take out all the infantry and vehicles without being shot at. Anti-air infantry is coming in to support against the Cobra over here. Flamethrower tank moving also, Fuchs taking out. Little offensive here, we've got the Rise patterns and the Gazelle killing the little infantry offensive, pushing them back. So for now the NATO players are holding what is left of their right flank. Over here the offensive is starting, MLRS shooting. Pirata Smash moving up, BMPs killing with their grenade launchers. Cobra coming in to support, unfortunately for him. Pistol RK Iglas are disembarking from their transports and moving up the hill. The MLRS shot has totally missed the PACT army. The BMPs, 685s and the Iglas are moving up the hill. One Rise pattern is here, will probably get killed by the 685s. But Rardens are coming in on the flank and the Krotus infantry and vehicles are coming in to defend the BMP's flanks. BMP who killed the pattern, and the PACT players seem to be able to take control of this little hill over here. One BMP2 coming in to kill the Cobra, while the Iglas are totally missing their missiles. BMP1s killing the Marders over here. T80 left a bit behind for now. Cobra getting hit by the BMP2 while the Iglas are still missing their shots. Just one hit and the Cobra is killed, but it don't seem to... At least... finally. One PZRK killed the Cobra. Over here, little MLRS shooting. They missed their target, killed one BMP1, but the 3 others are quite in a good shape. So not a real optimal MLRS shooting over here. And the PACT players that take control of the hill. Going back on the right side, well, Echo has been captured by the PACT players. We've got, well, the PACT army has been reduced over here. We've got very few troops left to defend and or attack. A few troops have been sent over here, T-80, Buck and Su-122, but that's very weak. Hopefully for the NATO players, for the PACT players, there isn't a lot of PACT units able to counter-attack. And here we go. Once, I think it's the first time I say this, I usually say in the economy games I comment that, well, the losing team usually forgets to spend their points. Well, this is not the case in this game. They have spent their points going from like 400 points to 80. They are trying to counter-attack. So we've got tanks, infantry units, ATGM vehicles, and we've got a lot of Marder 1s. We've got 10 Marder 1s sent in to try to make a big attack. And these kind of attacks with Marder 1s, if they aren't detected, can do a lot of damage. MLR is shooting in the forest, or maybe a bit further away. Yeah, on the BMP1s. BMP1s are pulling back. Fortunately, the Iglas are totally killed, and the BMP1 survive, but it's a miracle. They are like, they have 3, 3, and 4 HP left, which is very few. So India has been captured by, well, has been contested by the PACT players. They have pushed back the entire NATO defense, sending in 8 more BTRs with a motorcell key inside to wipe out the entire, the last NATO units left. 10 Marder 1s coming in over here. Gazelle Cannon ready to attack with the pattern rise. Speed things up a little. So little NATO counter-offensive over here, red pattern rise, but unfortunately we've got helicopters over here to support the PACT ground units. The paratroopers are having a hard time resist against motorcell key. A few Jaegers are left here, but 8 motorcell key units are arriving and will be able to wipe out all the units left over here. Marder 1 sent on the right side, but the PACT players will detect them. with the recon over here, recon over here. Yeah, we already detected them, and well, ME-17's recruited, sent in. So Crew 2 sent in helicopters, I sent in 12 T-62, so with that, it's normally not a real problem. We'll be able to stop the Model 1 rush quite easily. Back on India, well, the infantry units have arrived. They will be able to wipe out the last Jaegers and last paratroopers, and the commander will be sent on India to secure this sector. Last standing sector besides Juliet is Delta, and it's in a pretty bad shape. We've got a few autocannon vehicles, but no real defenses. A few tanks, ATGM unit, but that's not much. It's going to be a real problem for NATO players to defend over there. Back on the right side, the Model 1s are entering the forest, killing everything they can. The ME-17s are a bit too close and are getting killed by the Model 1s. But meanwhile, the tanks are grouping over here to stop the Marders. We've got 12 T-62s, we've got 5 T-55s, we've got T-72s. That's a lot of tanks. The NATO offensive probably won't lead anywhere, but it has pushed the PACT players to spend their points to defend their sector over here. Helicopters totally killed, but at this point, well, Model 1s coming in will be confronted to a huge tank army. They do the first kill with the T-55 over there, but the huge amount of T-62s and T-72s and T-55s and everything at once caused a lot of harm. Two Model 1s are already routing, some are killed. It's a big panic in the Model 1 army. A few amounts of Model 1s are able to reach the city, but as you can see, the T-62 army is too big, supported by a couple of T-62s. Model 1s entering the city, but routing just as they reach the crossroads over here. So the entire Model 1 offensive is routing, and the PACT army has defended their sector with a big tank army. General Bing's surrenders. Over here we've got one commander sent. We've got the sector totally controlled. Delta sector is being lost. The CPC has taken a shot by the T-80. 1 HP left. It is pulling back, but the T-80 snipes the commander just as it is trying to flee. So we've got, this is definitely the end of the game. The PACT players are controlling the entire map. Well, nearly. They are sending a commander over here. One commander will be sent in Delta and one also in India later on. The only sector left is Juliet. General Bings has surrendered. Werner Weinhold surrenders right now. General Shikovsky is the only player left, and from now on, well, it's just we all know the LVA1 team has won the game. It's just going to be well, waiting until the points are accumulated, or while just making fun in the game, just having fun in the game during the last few minutes. So here we go, commander sent in Delta, commander sent in Gulf, T-62s sent in, the MLRS shooting just in front of the T-62s. So it's, yeah, this endgame is just for the fun. He's sending in his commander to get killed. He's got a few of them left. He's got one here, he's got one here, another one here. He's got 3 commanders in Juliet. So, well, to recap the game, well, let's just see the PACT players control the entire map. Well, to recap, it was quite a similar start for both teams. We've had one player, it was a 1v1 on Hotel, 1v1 on Bravo, a big charge on Charlie, a charge on Kilo, and well, it went very well for the PACT players. I managed to defend Bravo with the help of Kutu over here, who held very well Charlie. On the right side, Delta managed to push to capture Hotel and push into Kilo, and then Kutu helped him on Kutu. Kutu helped him on Kilo. So we managed to take hold of Hotel. We defended Bravo, even if it was quite hard. We lost the commander, but we managed to hold the sector. So we had both the left and the right reinforcement areas, which allowed us to call in reinforcements much easier. And we destroyed the NATO's right flank, and then it was just better income, during the entire game, and we just crushed India and Delta in the end game. So as you can see, it's the big difference in income that that allowed the PACT players to win 8,000, nearly 9,000 to around 2,500. So it's a big advantage, which explains the win of the PACT team. So we've got LVA1 in the final of this Clash of the Clans tournament. We'll be playing against either No Unit or TSP. So No Unit is falling in the loser bracket, playing the final of the loser bracket against the TSP team, and the victor of this match, so No Unit versus TSP, will be playing against us in the final of the tournament. So that's it for the semifinals. LVA1 winner. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked it, and see you next time.